In today's video, we're going to be diving into 4 ways people react in difficult situations. The first 3, I don't personally recommend them, but the fourth one should be a goal. Hello everyone, I'm Osamo Jar, and so far on my self-development journey, I've come to realize how important and vital your reaction to tough situation plays in terms of your growth. Today, I'm going to be covering 3 ways I used to react and now how I have learned to start reacting to tough situations. First up, we have retreating into the past. And for me, where I would say I really experienced this is kind of like transitioning from my teenage life to my adult life. So this, I feel, it's a process that can be really, you start seeing life for how it really is, and sometimes it can kind of like be like a very big wow factor when you see yourself working hours at work and you are tired and you can't go back because you want to make the money, to do something that you want to do because your parents are kind of telling you that old enough, you should be able to get this for yourself. So you have this sense of responsibility to say, okay, I can do it. But if you actually look at it, the process isn't as easy as maybe when we were younger we thought it was, because all like for me sometimes all I did was come back from school, play ball, eat, maybe watch a movie. That was kind of like what I'm. So now it's like you have to go to work, you have to work the amount of hours, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to pay for this. I then retreated to the past thinking of how it was back then. I didn't really have stress, my parents covered everything. But now I'm having to, take on this responsibility myself. And it actually, stunted my growth. And one thing I would say is that, you have to acknowledge these feelings, but also ask yourself this question: how can you move forward? And if this is, yours, maybe what you do when you go through tough situations, drop a comment. Next, we have the daydreaming into the future. Like now, I feel this happens. I love cars a lot. And so this happens when, let's say, I'm driving on the road and I see, let's say, a car that I like, maybe a Lamborghini Urus or a G-Wagon. So I see that and I'm like, wow. I think one day I was like searching, or I was on a car site and I kind of saw a G-Wagon and I saw the price and I was like, wow, so people pay this amount, to buy this kind of car. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. So for me, it's like especially when I get so stressed to, let's say, editing a video, trying to be creative, and I see a car like that passing, it's like for a while I think I just get lost, imagining myself driving the car, sitting at the back of the car, and things like that. Honestly, to some extent, having to visualize your future and visualize the goals you want to have is a good thing. But then, if you don't, put that with action, you can get stuck where you are. Being visual is crucial, but taking the steps is what turns your dreams into a reality. If this is you again, you are more of the daydreaming person. I would say I'm like all of them. If you're more of the daydreaming person, also drop a comment. Then we have the third reaction, which is you retreat within and wait for someone to come and rescue you. This has been a big one for me so far, in terms of figuring out life in general. What do you want to do? What path do you want to take to be successful? I think sometimes I find myself looking for that perfect path. Sometimes trying to avoid the failures in it. I have to look for, okay, this person just come to me, teach me the straight path to become successful. And honestly, that isn't the case. But what might have worked for someone might not actually work for you. And one thing I would say is that, kind of going through this journey is that, you know, different things we want to do to be successful, they are all hard. I think that's what I would say. They're all hard in one way or the other. So basically, for you wanting to be successful, you just have to pick which hard you have more advantage in. Let's say for me now, I like finances, or I like speaking, doing videos like this. Okay, if I was then saying, okay, let me try medicine, or I want to be a doctor, that would be much harder for me to even think of trying, compared to how hard it is to grow on YouTube. Sometimes we ask questions that we already have the answer to. Like sometimes I said, Let's say, how can I improve on YouTube? Some, they tell you be consistent. You know you should be consistent, but no, you want to ask them so maybe they can review one secret cheat code, or maybe one time that you should post the video, or one this or one or what length. You want to know the exact details, but you just stay stuck on that. How do you think you're going to grow? That's one thing I would say I've struggled with. But actually seeking support isn't a bad thing. But when that's what you totally rely on, that is when the issues start coming in from things like that. And one thing I want you to remember is that you watching this video, you have the power to take charge of your life and your journey. Get support when needed, but don't totally rely on that support. If you are in this stage too, I want to know too, tell me in the comments down below. And finally, this is how I have learned to react to tough situations, which is facing the crisis and transforming it into something useful. I kind of phrase it as turning challenges into opportunities for growth. So I want you to kind of think about something. If you notice, almost every successful person you see now, it is due to them overcoming a problem or a challenge in one way or the other. And what did they do? They use that problem as an opportunity to grow. So why do you want yours to be different? So now I would say one thing I've learned to do is embrace challenges. When challenges come, kind of think, okay, what is this challenge trying to teach me? How can I use this challenge to actually propel me to grow? I think one I kind of dealt with I would say a few months ago was actually I started this YouTube channel like maybe March, May or something like that. And my goal was to post 2 videos a week. So at first I was pushing out the content, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I was doing a lot of videos, and then I was also playing ball on the side, and I had an ankle injury. So that ankle injury, I couldn't walk myself. I had to use crutches. I was hopping all around the house, and most of my videos that time I was doing them standing. So with that, I couldn't stand, I couldn't do any video, and I felt that was a big challenge for me. That I was like, how then can I keep up with the YouTube videos and things like that? And honestly, if you ask me, do I regret having that injury? I will tell you honestly, I don't, because I saw a part of me that didn't want to give up. Despite that injury being a wonderful excuse to say that's why I didn't upload any video. So I was still able to post videos every week. I was still able to do like home workouts. I couldn't go to the gym. It kind of helped me grow my mindset. It helped me grow my self-confidence, because it basically told me just having this ankle injury cannot stop me from doing what I am meant to do. So basically, I would say this is kind of you turning challenges into experiences for growth, because what you used to tell your children, tell people that you are going to influence later in the future is basically your experience, how you were able to go through this, how you were able to deal with this. That's what most of people talk about today. How was I able to grow my channel to this? That was the challenge that they were able to overcome, and now they're telling you the story. And if that's how you used to or that's how you respond to tough situations, that's totally great. And honestly, if that's not how you react to the situations, that's totally fine. Me myself doing this video for you, I have been in each of those different 3 stages, and now that I'm better now, and I'm more in the 4th stage, you as well can actually be in that stage. If you watch this video today and you were able to figure out this is how I react to tough situations, and this is how I want to be reacting to tough situations, I would recommend you check out this video on why your personal growth can't be delegated. And I'll see you guys on the other side.